Now, this weekend sees the return of the Festival of Nature to Bristol's harbour side. The BBC is going to be there, encouraging people to get involved in its nature campaign, Breathing Places.
Visitors will also be able to help build the city's first ever floating wetland on a pontoon in the middle of the docks. It's all part of a joint project by Slimbridge Wildfowl and Wetlands Trust and Bristol City Council.
So what we have here are the plants that we're going to be using. We've got all sorts of native wetland plants here. We've got this one, which is my favourite, which is yellow flag iris.
These students from Star College in Cheltenham are regular volunteers at Slimbridge. This week they've been selecting the plants to help green up Bristol docks. And here's where they'll end up. With help from festival visitors, this pontoon will be filled with wetland plants.
The problem with the docks at the moment is the edges are very steep and actually there's not much habitat for wildlife. So by creating this project, we're actually creating a bit of habitat that probably in the past would have been here before the docks were developed. And we're hoping that this project may inspire other projects to start up in the docks, and we may get more sort of greening up of the docks, which will make it a better place for wildlife and hopefully more enjoyable for people too.
It's even hoped that a pair of one of the many mute swans on Bristol's docks may nest on the pontoon. Jez Toogood, BBC, Points West.
Well, joining us in the studio is Jools Mackin from Slimbridge. Hello and welcome.
Hello.
Have you selected the plants that are going to go on that pontoon?
Well, we had a lot of help from the students from Star College, but yes, we've selected some typical native wetland plants. The yellow flag irises, which you saw on the report there, they were looking a lot better when they're in the water than they do now they're in your top down.
Yeah.
That's right, yes.
They look a bit slightly worse for wear, don't they?
They do indeed. We've got some sweet flag iris here, which is a very interesting plant, and as you can see, this one has its own weevil on it.
Oh yes,
that's a very rare weevil, and it only stays on this particular plant.
Wow.
Now, this sweet flag iris used to be used here in Bristol in the taverns. They used to put it on the floor as a matting to make it smell nice, because if you snap it here, you get a smell of lemon. It's a bit like verbena
Oh,
smell.
that's fantastic, actually.
It's really rather nice.
Where's the pontoon going to be, and what have the public got to do?
It's actually going to be in the centre of the docks, next to Millennium Square, for the whole weekend. We're going to be on the pontoon, so people don't need to worry about falling in. And we're asking people to help us by bagging up our homemade compost, selecting the plants, and we're using a series of pulleys to get them down to our team who are going to be planting them.
All right.
And that's for the whole weekend?
That's for the whole weekend, yes, Saturday and Sunday.
Great. There's loads to do down there, so there you go.
Thank you for bringing this bouquet in for me.
That's no
very
problem
kind.
at all. You know, they said bring you flowers.
Thank you. Shall we have some weather? What do you think? What's the prospects for the weekend, do you reckon?